Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe they told me that I would never make it? Now we smiling in their faces, smiling in their faces.
What I'm trying to say is, who's the GOAT? That's all I'm saying. Can I get you on record? Is LeBron James, because you said for the last 23 years, he could be number one in every position.
I'm going to say what I always said.
Are you going to say he's better than Michael Jordan?
I'm going to say what I always said to this joke.
I would say Rich Play is the best coach in the universe.
Nah, I'm going to say that for my show.
In my category, he's third. In my category, it opens up. Michael Jordan goes in. Then it actually goes up one flight before LeBron's and Kobe walks in. And then it goes up one flight and LeBron walks in. That's how I do it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
That's your opinion.
That's how you
He's
feel.
looking at me like I'm dizzy.
Nah,
that's your opinion.
He's looking at me like, I know that's your bread and butter. You got to protect
Put it this way. Let me do it another way. No, it's not my bread and butter. I built a real business.
So this was one of the funniest things I've probably seen when it comes to sports-related discussions, of course, when it came to yesterday's news. So, you know, this came across my timeline. I made sure I had to get a video. So Fat Joe held back nothing. Listen, straight to your face. Nah, you do. Who's the GOAT? And he ain't stand on it. Told him straight to his face. It goes MJ, it goes Kobe, and then it goes LeBron. Well, he ain't better than Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe came with everything, and it was interesting to see because I wasn't expecting this interview to come out, but also I don't think Rich Paul was expecting Fat Joe to be this I won't say aggressive, but outspoken about his own opinion about Jordan being the GOAT and him standing on that. Like, you really think LeBron's the GOAT? And as you can see, Rich Paul kind of dancing around that question. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and of course, smash the like button, and then hit that bell so you can get notified when I do make another video. Now, after this clip I'm going to play, get into my reaction, because I got something special for y'all to hear, because I got a little thing I'm going to break down when it comes to this video. So let's get into the video.
Who's the GOAT, Rich Boy? You're here. Who's the GOAT? The mistake. He don't believe me. I'm outside. Maybe I'm talking to some other guys. When we get to the Jordan talk, they used to call fouls. He used to play against white guys, Stockton.
It's a religious argument depending on the age
group white guys
who you talking
busting everybody's ass right now. So what I'm trying to say is, who's the GOAT? That's all I'm saying. Can I get you on record? Is LeBron James, because you said for the last 23 years, he could be number one in every position.
I'm going to say what I always said.
Are you going to say he's better than Michael Jordan?
I'm going to say what I always said to this joke.
I would say Rich Play is the best coach in the universe.
Nah, I'm going to say that for my show. But this is what I'm going to tell you on your show.
That for your show. That's bullshit.
This is what I'm going to tell you on your show. This is what I'm going to tell you on your show. You judge guys by what? The rooms that you in, right? Who come in the rooms that Joe's in? You don't let anybody in the rooms that you go into,
right?
That's
a super fact. But LeBron James is
But let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, Joe. Since you ain't paying my publisher, I got nothing, whatever. But long story. But listen to this. What room can Mike go in that LeBron can't?
Listen.
I'm saying, and by the way,
I don't think you want the answer to
that.
I
do. I want the answer.
That's MJ, man. This is a different type of...
But here's what I'm saying. I'm asking you. See, until we get to...
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
And I say that respectfully, though. That's not a...
Respectfully. Answer the question respectfully.
Ask the question.
Who's had sneakers selling for 30 years?
Listen, man. No one...
I keep jumping from topic to topic.
I'm out of asking me. He's talking about rooms. Yo, Jada. He's talking about rooms.
Well, you're not answering the question.
I was a baby when Jordans came up. You can't get...
That Space Jam game was number 2. Jordan was the number
just 1. Yeah, but you can't... Not sneakers.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You can't... It's not fair to even say that.
You think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
He talking to him.
We on our show. We on our show. You think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
What are you talking
That's
about?
crazy of you. That's fucking
like
nuts.
The way he just said it.
I just
what
asked.
room did he go with?
Now.
He asked
Now
you the
you
room.
say it.
I think he can go in any room that he can
You
go.
think that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan?
He
Put it this
asked you
way.
with room.
If you
Can he go in somewhere that he can't go in?
If you're on the basketball greatness elevator and you get on and there's key access.
No, LeBron is there.
What
He's
floor
third.
can he
He's
go
third.
to?
In my category, he's third.
list.
In my category, it opens up. Michael Jordan goes in. Then it actually goes up one flight before LeBron's and Kobe walks in. And then it goes up one flight and LeBron walks in. That's how I do it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's your
Okay.
opinion.
That's how you
He's
feel.
looking at me like I'm dizzy.
Nah,
that's your opinion.
He's
Nobody-
looking at me like, I know that's your
bugging.
bread and butter. You got to protect
Put it this
it.
way. Let me do it another way. No, it's not my bread and butter. I built a real business. A real business.
No, you
Several.
got, got a bunch of young kids balling the way they balling. Got a bunch of white boys, too, at that balling over there, dropping 35, 40 points a game, right? Going crazy over there. The King took a little bit off for the sciatica. I'm wondering if he's going to see this. He might have fucked up because I don't think he has sciatica. If you really want me to tell you what I really want to say,
Nah,
I think he said, yo, let me just sit
Nah, you're not about to play
show
with
these guys what they could do on their own, and they fucked around and showed.
This is why I have a show.
Get him.
Okay, come on.
Because if you want the real,
Yeah,
you got
we
to come
asked you.
see us.
Oh, you
People just say the craziest things. I saw all of that, though. I was just like, yes, this is why I'm doing a show. Because you got to get the real. That's not really real. It's great clickbait, but it's not like the real. The reality of it is you make $54 million at that age.
That's out of control.
Talk slow
Yeah.
to him. Rich.
So I'm not so
it's-
slow. Now I'm on point today. Is what I'm trying to tell you. He can
Yeah,
talk
but listen.
fast.
So,
Hello.
so it's what Jada's saying is right. He can't be traded unless he wants to be traded. But even with that being said, it takes two to tango in a trade. So when you hear all these people, oh, you got to take a back seat, you got to fit in, you got to do this. If you want to break it down, you can take all four positions and name your top five. He's in one of the top five in all four positions outside of center. So where's the fitting in at?
Yeah, but you say that now.
I said,
2020.
Now, Rich Paul is dancing around that first question. Like, come on, bro. Let's just be for real here.
What I'm trying to say is, who's the GOAT? That's all I'm saying. Can I get you on record? Is LeBron James, because you said for the last 23 years, he could be number one in every
I'm going to
position.
say what I always said.
Are you going
to
to
this.
say he's better than Michael Jordan?
I'm going to say
That's
I
your
always
man.
said to this joke.
I would say Rich Play is the best coach in the universe.
Now, I'm going to say that for my show. But this is what I'm going to tell you on your show.
That for your
I'ma-
show.
I'ma-
That's bullshit.
This is what I'm going to tell you on your show. This is what I'm going to tell you on your show. You judge guys by what? The rooms that you in, right?
Let me ask you a question, is what Rich Paul is trying to say. So if I ask you a question and you try to answer it by saying, let me ask you a question, I'm copping out. That's the straight facts. You copping out and you scared to answer the question. Then bro says, what room can MJ go in that LeBron can't go in? As if we measure, someone being the greatest of all time by rooms. What? A room? Like, what we doing here? Like, a room? This ain't a private event. This ain't an RSVP event. What are we talking about? What room this person can't go on? Are you going to answer the question? Because at the end of the day, that's my man's. LeBron's my man's. And you say, yo, is LeBron the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? Was Jordan the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? I'm be like, yo, if I feel that LeBron's the GOAT in my spirit, in my heart, in my opinion, I'm be like, LeBron's the GOAT. I'm standing on that. Stamp that. But if you really don't feel that way and you just representing your homie and you want to big him up, then maybe you kind of feel nervous to say how you really feel, then that's the kind of vibe and energy it looked like it's given in this video. And the funniest part is when Joe jumps and says something about shoes, Jadakiss says, you're jumping. But if you think about it, Rich Paul's the one who's talking about rooms.
What room can Mike go in that LeBron can't?
Listen,
I'm saying, and by the way,
I don't think you want the answer to
yes, I
that.
do. I
because-
want the answer.
Yo, that's MJ, man. This is a different type of.
But here's what I'm saying.
You know,
I'm asking you.
different.
See, until we get to
saying that. I'm not saying that.
And I say that respectfully, though. That's not a
Respectfully. Answer the question respectfully.
Answer the question.
Who's had sneakers selling for 30 years?
Listen, man, no one
than
ever. He keep jumping from topic to topic.
I'm out of asking me. He's talking about
false.
Like, Fat Joe asked you a question, and you said, okay, let me rephrase this. What room can LeBron can't go in, that whatever Jordan can't go in this room and that room? But it's like, okay, well, since you didn't want to answer my question, when you asked me a question about what room can't LeBron go in, I'm like, how many shoes did he sell? Because he ain't selling more than Jordans. But now now Jadakiss is, obviously the show has to have a back and forth, that has to have a protagonist and an antagonist, right? So I guess Jada is kind of playing more on the Rich Paul side of things. But it's like, if you're not going to answer my question and answer my question with a question, then why can't I do the same when I'm talking about Jordan sales, when I talk about Jordans? And if you haven't seen, Rich Paul was saying that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and the drug dealers are the ones that really made Jordans popular. So the man who was winning 6 rings with some of the best Jordans ever, some of the illest retros ever, you see the back wall full of retros. So you're telling me that we wearing shoes because of Will Smith? Okay. And if we are being all the way real about rooms, listen, there's been some killers in the NBA, but there's only one room. The only one that matched MJ's mentality, play, how he approached the game was Kobe. Now, there were other killers, yes. We have the Larry Birds. We have like the Allen Iversons. We know guys that would take your heart out. But listen, when it comes to Jordan and Kobe, they're in a class of their own. They're assassins. They wanted to eat your heart out, destroy you on this court, literally, like obviously, figuratively speaking, kill you on the court. So if we're talking about a room, Jordan is in a room of his own. No one else is entering that room. The more you look into Jordan's career, the more you realize this dude was not human. The dude was not human. He did things that players can't do today, even though the defense allows them to do anything. Even though the defense allows offensive players to have the advantage every time, no one's able to average 40 in the NBA Finals still. You know what I'm saying? No one was able to dominate the way Jordan did. And you could say it's competition, you could say it's whatever, but the facts are the facts. Now, it was interesting when he said, oh, I know it's your bread and butter. I know LeBron's your bread and butter. As you can see, Fat Joe was like,
dude, in my category, he's third. In my category, it opens up, Michael Jordan goes in, then it actually goes up one flight before LeBron's and Kobe walks in, and then it goes up one flight and LeBron walks in. That's how I do it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
That's your opinion.
That's how you
He's
feel.
looking at me like I'm dizzy.
No, that's your opinion.
He's looking at me like, I know that's your bread and butter. You got to protect
Put it this way. Let me do it another way. No, it's not my bread and butter. I built a real business.
and then Rich Paul's like, nah, I built my own business. I built my own business. Like, okay, he's capping. Like, we understand, LeBron is your bread and butter. At the end of the day, if it's not for LeBron, like, you're not making these financial gains because you wouldn't be in this situation without people you know. A lot of people don't understand this, and I'm sure a lot of my subscribers do, because I think y'all some smart fellas out there and ladies, if y'all watching, even though most of my viewers are men. Knowing people, talk about the rooms, knowing people can get you into rooms that education can't. So when you know a LeBron James and you're trying to get into sports marketing agency or whatever the case may be, and you're homies with the biggest basketball player in the NBA, you kind of get into those rooms. You get opportunities that you probably wouldn't get if it wasn't for LeBron. So for you to say LeBron's not your bread and butter, only because you saying you have your own business now, you don't rely on him to make money. Yeah, you make money from all the people you represent. But let's not get it twisted. Without LeBron, you are not going to be on that couch with Jada and with Fat Joe. But I still respect Rich Paul's work ethic. You can't take that away from him. He did work for it, but he also knew somebody. That's all I'm saying. I ain't hating on nobody. What do you guys think of this video? Do you think Fat Joe was wrong? Do you think Rich Paul was right? Who's wrong? Who's right? I need to see your opinions down below. This clip was interesting. If y'all new to the channel, man, y'all know what to do, man. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell, leave me a comment and a like, and then hopefully I can see you on the next video and I earned y'all subscription. I'm gonna see y'all, man. Peace.